Sameach to everybody here. Maybe before we talk about the show and Hillel, I should say two things. One, we apologize for the heat. We didn't want the heat, but the Hebrew University, in all its wisdom, is preparing for tomorrow's storm, and they decided to turn the heat on all the buildings, and we have no way to turn it off. So, whatever. Enjoy the warmth. Number two, we are aware that people are stuck in traffic because of the evening and the weather and everything else, and there are people who are going to be coming in, late. So please, if you can help us out, it'll be a little bit messy at the beginning, but we'll get through this. We have a sold-out house, and we have empty chairs that obviously are going to be filled. Three, sooner or later, people are not here, so I can't tell. If you're going to be sitting on a black chair, please sit straight because there's a lot of activity on the staircases in the show. And hi, my name is Michael Berl, and welcome to Fiddler on the Roof. Do that again. Now, if you can do that for the next 2.5 hours, he would be very good. Okay. A word about Hillel. Hillel is the center of informal education here at the campus. They do a lot of wonderful things. We have adopted one of their programs. It's called Geveret im Salim, and it's a senior citizens program that takes place every Thursday afternoon in the Shuk, where our students go into Shuk Machne Yehuda and find people who need assistance in their Shabbat shopping. They help them shop, they pack them, they take them home, they come back and they start all over again, and they do it all day long. And obviously, there are expenses involved, and at the end of tonight's show, two of our actresses will be outside with kind of cutesy-looking heart-shaped boxes, and they ask you to be possible assistants, and if you do that, you'll be doing a terrific test for an awful lot of people, and that would be great. And thank you for doing that. Our show is... I can do that too. I know this guy is, but I really like him. Okay, so, you know the rules in every theater process. Absolutely no phones whatsoever. Please do not photograph this show. The light just gets in the way. Two, while we don't mind you drinking water, we do mind you eating anything else that's going to make noise and interrupt the show. Three, the show is 2.5 hours long and attended in intermission. The first act is long, the second act is short. Behind set, there are 34 amazing people. We're going to entertain you. One of them is in the middle of realizing a 30-year-old dream. He was the very first Tevye on this stage when he was 19. He is tonight here again. Wow. 30 years. You're going to love him, I tell you right. Around the horn, we have this huge support that I'd like you to acknowledge. You may not know them, but let me ask a question. How many of you have been here before? Oh, I love you. Okay, so the man who we don't do shows without, because he's in charge of all our sound and all our lighting, we can say thank you to Reuven Laytush. I have a terrific assistant, a young lady who has been with me all season, and she's just marvelous, and say thank you to Gabriella Michelle. We have a new choreographer who's not in this room right now, but when you see her, sooner or later, you can say thank you to Chen. In this audience right now is Professor Harvey at the University of Hebrew. He is the proud father of the guy who does this, Dooby Harvey. And over there is the Hillel Symphony Orchestra. Woo! Directed at the piano by Shelly Binman. At Hillel, we've had a long-standing tradition that we link our show's theme to a Dvar Torah. In this particular case, that's not particularly good. We have a first-timer here with us this season, and we really love her. Would you welcome Chana Zimmerman?
And welcome. In Parashat Kedoshim, it states the following: דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת להם, קדושים תהיו כי קדוש אני אלוקיכם. Speak to the entire assembly of the children of Israel and say unto them, you shall be holy, for holy am I, Hashem your God. the text proceeds to detail a long list of commandments and clarifications, ensuring that the Jewish people remain unique and spiritual. And so it has evolved. We eat differently, dress differently, pray differently, and celebrate differently. We are commanded to live by different moral standards and different social norms. There are defined orders of behavior and specific disciplines and rituals that govern our lives. There are rules regarding interpersonal relations, marriage, and family life. In essence, we have been chosen to be different. All too often in our history, being different has been put to the test, with us seemingly on the losing side over and over again. Yes, being different has protected us and preserved our uniqueness, but it has also brought resentment, scapegoatism, hatred, anti-Semitism, and Holocaust. In Europe, the Middle East, and the Golden Medina, the United States, the plague of pointless hatred has returned. Assimilation is rising at a staggering rate, and anti-Semitism is now a daily news item. Being different is being questioned as a positive Jewish value, even by Jews. Fiddler on the Roof transmits a message at an imperfect time for Jews all over the world. Its themes of ideology, family values, assimilation, anti-Semitism, and modernity are more relevant than ever. The challenges presented in the play are the challenges of Jewish life today. The message of Fiddler is proclaimed in one word: tradition. Tradition binds. Tradition protects. Tradition gives us strength. Tradition makes us different. Tradition makes us holy. Fiddler was our first production some 35 years ago, which was in this very room, which was then replete with plastic chairs, minimal lighting, and no backstage. Here we are today, over 500 performances and 2,000 actors later, in an upgraded theater, thanks to Hillel and because of the generosity of the Simon family. We thank for their efforts. Today we come full circle as Fiddler returns to this stage along with our very first Tevye, recreating his starring role. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beit Hillel Theater Workshop proudly presents Fiddler on the Roof.
A fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? Yet here in our village of Anatevka, you might say every one of us is a fiddler on the roof trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up here if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in a word. Tradition! 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 Traditions, we've kept our balance many, many years. Here in Anatevka, we have traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear our clothes. For instance, we always keep our head covered and we always wear tzitzits. This shows our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did these traditions get started? Well, I will tell you. I don't know. But it's tradition. And because of our traditions, everyone knows who he is and what God expects him to do. Who day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children. Yenta the Matchmaker.
Abram, I found the perfect match for your son.
Who is it?
Reuven, the shoemaker's daughter.
Reuven. This is a she can hardly see. She's nearly blind.
Tell the truth, Abram. Is your son so much to look at? The way she sees and the way he looks, it's a perfect match.
And Reb Nachum the Beggar.
Alms for the poor! Alms for the poor!
Here, Reb Nachum is 1 kopeck.
1 kopeck? Last week you gave me 2 kopeck.
What can I say? I had a bad week.
So if you had a bad week, why should I suffer?
And most important, our beloved Rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, my son.
Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar?
A blessing for the Tsar?
Yes.
Why, of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar! Far away from us!
Then there are the others in our village, and they make a much bigger circle. His honor the priest, his honor the constable, his honor many others. We don't bother them, and so far, they don't bother us. Oh, but amongst ourselves, we get along perfectly fine. Of course, there was a time when he sold him a horse, and he delivered a mule. But that's all behind us now. Now, we live in simple peace and harmony and
It was a horse.
It was a mule.
It was a horse.
It was a mule.
It was a horse.
It was a mule.
Traditions. Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as and the Fiddler on the roof.
Put them on my head. By the stove, you silly girl. Where's Chava?
She's in the barn milking.
When will Papa be home? It's almost Shabbos. Like he cares when he'll be home. All day long riding on top of his wagon like a prince.
Oh, Mama, you know Papa works hard.
His horse works harder. And you don't have to defend your Papa to me. I know him longer than you. He could drive a person crazy. He only live and be well. Spritza, bring me some more potatoes. Chava, have you finished milking?
Yes, Mama.
Were you reading again? Why would a girl want to read? Would it bring her a better husband? Here.
Mama, yeah, just coming. She's down the road. Is that a good thing? I like her. She's such a nice old lady.
Maybe she's finally found a good match for you, Title.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Mama, why does she need to come now? It's almost Shabbos.
You all go finish in the barn. I want to talk to Yenta alone. Here.
Mama, can I go out and play?
You have feet? Go.
Can I go too?
Go too.
But Mama, the men she finds, the last one was so old, he was bald. He had no hair.
A poor girl without any dowry can't be so particular. You want hair? Marry a monkey.
But Mama, I'm not even 20 years old.
Do you have to boast about your age? Do you want to tempt the iron her up? Go inside the house. Golda, darling, are you? Oh, Golda, I just had to see you because I have such news for you. And not just every day of the week news. Once in a lifetime news. And where are your daughters? Outside, yes? Of course, such diamonds, such jewels.
You'll see, Golda. I'll find each and every one of them a husband. But shouldn't be so picky. After all, even the worst husband, God forbid, is better than no husband, God forbid. And who should know better than me? Ever since my husband Aaron died, I've been a poor widow, all alone, nobody to talk to, nothing to say to anyone. It's no life. All I do at night is think of him, and even thinking of him brings me no pleasure, because you know as well as I, he was not much of a person. Never made a living, everything he touched turned to mud, but better than nothing.
Good evening. Is Tzeitel in the house?
Yes, but she's busy. You come back later.
There's something I'd like to tell her.
Later.
Oh, Michael, I thought I heard you.
Tzeitel, darling, go finish what you were doing. I said later.
All right.
What does that poor Taylor Muttle want with Tzeitel?
They've been friends since they were babies. They talk, they play.
They play? What do they play?
Who knows? They're children.
From such children come other children.
Mottel, he's a nothing. Yet,
Children. They are a blessing in your old age. Of course, my Aaron couldn't give me any children. Believe me, he was good as gold, never raised his voice, but otherwise he was not much of a man. So what good is it if he never raised his voice? But I shouldn't complain. Other women enjoy complaining, but not Yenta. No, not every woman in the world is a Yenta. Well, Golda, I must prepare my poor Shabbos table. It was a pleasure talking our hearts out to each other.
Yenta, you said you had news for me.
Oy, Gewalt, I'm losing my head. One day it will fall off altogether. A horse will kick it in the mud, and goodbye, Yenta. Of course, the news. It's about Laser Wolf, the butcher. A good man, a fine man, and I don't need to tell you he's well off. But he's lonely, the poor man. You understand? Of course you do. Well, to make a long story short, out of the whole town, he's cast his eye on Tzeitel.
My Tzeitel?
No, the Tsar's Tzeitel. Of course you're Tzeitel.
Such a match for my Tzeitel.
Tevye, he wants a learned man. He doesn't like laser.
Listen to me, Golda. Send Tevye to him. Don't tell him what it's about. Let Laser discuss it himself. He'll talk him into it. He's a good man, a rich man. True? True. So, you'll let me know how it goes, and you don't need to thank me, Golda, because aside from my fee, which anyway Laser Wolf is paying, it brings me satisfaction to make other people happy. And what other satisfaction is there? So, goodbye, Golda, and you're welcome.
Mama, what did she want?
When I want you to know, I'll tell you. Now go finish sweeping the floor.
I wonder if Yenta found a match for you, Tzeitel.
I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband.
Not unless it's much on the tailor.
I didn't ask you.
Tzeitel, you're the oldest. They have to find a match for you before they can make one for me. And then one for me. So if Yenta brings...
Yenta.
Well, someone has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves, you know. And she might bring someone wonderful. Someone interesting. And well off. And important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. For Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark, I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Since when are you so interested in a match, Chava? I just thought you had your eye on your book. And you have your eye on the rabbi's son?
Well, why not? We only have one rabbi and he only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best?
Because you're a poor girl from a poor dowry. So whatever Yenta brings, you'll take, right? Of course, right. Huddle, oh huddle, have I got a match for you? He's handsome, he's young, already 62. But he's a nice man, a good catch. True? True. I promise you'll be happy, and even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. I found him. Will you be a lucky bride? He's handsome. He's tall. That is from side to side. But he's a nice man. A good catch. Right? Right. You heard he has a temper. He'll beat you every night. But only when he's sober. So you're all right. Did you think you'd get a prince?
Well, I'll find the best I can.
With no dowry, no money, no family background. Be glad you've got a man.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, you know that I'm still very young. Please take your time. Up to this minute, I misunderstood that I could get stuck for good. Dear Yenta, see that he's gentle. Remember, you were also a bride. It's not that I'm sentimental. It's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've learned. Playing with matches, a girl can get burned. So bring me no ring, groom me no groom, find me no find, catch me no catch, unless he's a mattress man.
Today I am a horse. Dear God, did you have to make my poor old horse lose his shoe right before Shabbos? That wasn't nice. It's enough you pick on me, Tevye. Bless me with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. What have you got against my horse? You know, sometimes I think when things are a bit too quiet up there, you look down and you say to yourself, let's see, what kind of mischief can I play on my good friend Tevye?
Ah, he's finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Where's your horse?
He's been invited to the blacksmith for Shabbos.
Well, hurry up. The sun won't wait for you. And I have something important to talk to you about.
The good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We've got the sickness already. I'm not really complaining. I mean, after all, with your help, I'm starving to death. You've made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, diddle 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 dum. All day long I'd bitty bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle 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 dum. If I were a bitty bitty rich, diddle 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 man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. Fine tin roof and real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up and one even longer going down and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yards with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each like a gun, yeah, a gun, honk, would land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, diddle 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 dum. All day long I'd bitty bitty bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle 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 dum. If I were a bitty bitty rich, diddle 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 man, I'd see my wife, my Golda, looking like a rich man's wife with the proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I'd see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in. Screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town will come to fawn on me. They will ask me to advise them, like Solomon the wise. If you please, Tevye, pardon me, Tevye, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, a diddle 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 diggle diggle diddle diddle dum. All day long and bitty bitty bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. A diddle 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 diggle diggle diddle diddle dum. Lord who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? I had a problem with my horse, I'm sorry.
Tevye, you forgot the rabbi's order for
I
Shabbos.
know that, Mendel.
Tevye, the cheese! How can I make cheesecake without cheese? It'll never be ready before Shabbos.
Tevye, forgot my order for Shabbos.
This is bigger news than the plague of Odessa.
Plague? Plague? There's a plague in Odessa? No one told me about plague. You didn't hear about the plague? It's all over the place. A real plague.
Talking about news, terrible news in the outside world. Terrible. trouble.
What is it?
You always do this. I don't want to hear it. Shine.
No, Abram, Zukchain, speak!
What does it say?
In a village called Rajenka, all the Jews were evicted, forced to leave their homes.
For what reason?
Doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar needed the land, maybe plague.
May the Tsar have his own personal plague.
Oh, man!
Guys,
Why don't you bring us some good news for once?
I only read it. The edict is written by the authorities.
The authorities. The rabbi's the only authority. Oh, and you.
And may the authorities start to itch in places that they can't reach.
Oh, man!
Why do you curse? What good does your cursing do? You stand around and curse and chatter and don't do anything. You'll all chatter your way to the grave.
Excuse me?
Yes.
You are not from this village.
No, I'm not.
Where are you from?
From Kiev. I was a student at the university there.
Aha! The university! Is that where you learn to criticize your elders?
That's where I learned that there's more to life than talk. You should know what's going on in the outside world.
Outside world? Who cares about the outside world? This world is just fine.
Yeah, why should I break my head over the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
he's right. As the good book says, if you spit in the air, it lands on your face.
Oh, that's nonsense. You must know what's going on in the outside world.
You know, he's right.
He's right. And he's right. How can they both be right?
You know, you're also right.
He's right. He's back behind the ears. Good Shabbos, Tevye.
Oh, I get my challenge!
Wait, brother.
Shabbos, everyone!
Tevye, the rabbi's order. The cheese.
So you're from Kiev, Reb?
Perchik.
Perchik. So you're a newcomer here. As Abraham Avinu said, I am a stranger in a strange land.
Why should Rabbeinu said that?
Forgive me. As David HaMelech put it, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
That was also Moshe Rabbeinu.
For a man with a slow tongue, he sure talked a lot.
And the cheese, please. Thank you.
Here, have a piece.
I have no money, and I'm no beggar.
Please. It's a blessing for me to give.
Very well. For your sake.
Thank you. You know, it's no crime to be poor.
In this world, it is the rich who are criminals. One day, all of their wealth will be ours.
That would be nice. If they would agree, I would agree.
And who will make this miracle come to pass?
People, ordinary people.
Like you.
Like me.
Nonsense.
And until your golden day arrives, Reb Perchik, how will you live?
By giving lessons to children. Do you have any children?
Oh, yeah. I have 5 daughters. 5 daughters.
Oh. You know, girls are people too. They should also learn.
It's a radical.
I'll open their minds to great thoughts.
What great thoughts.
Well, the Bible, for instance, has great lessons for our times.
All right. I'm a very poor man. Food for lessons? Good. You will stay Shabbos with us. We don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, when a poor man eats a chicken, one of them must be sick.
Where does the book say
It
that?
doesn't say that exactly, but somewhere it says something about a chicken. Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, Tevye. Children, this is Perchik. Perchik?
This is my oldest daughter.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos. You have a very pleasant daughter.
I have 5 pleasant daughters. Come close. This is mine, and 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 this isn't mine. That's Matel Kamzoil.
So, you did me a favor and came home.
And this is also mine. Golda, this is Perchik. He's from Kiev, and he will be staying Shabbos with us. He is a teacher. Would you like to take lessons from him?
I'm a really good teacher. A very good teacher.
I heard once that the rabbi who must praise himself has a congregation of 1.
Ooh, your daughter has a quick and witty tongue.
Well, the which she gets from me, as the good book says.
The good book can wait. Get washed.
And the tongue she gets from her mother.
Montel, will you be staying for us for... Oh, of course, another blessing. Zeitel, set up 2 more. Prince Bill could get washed.
Montel can help me.
All right, Chava, go with them too. You can get washed at the well. Huddle, show him. Tevye, I have something important to talk to you about.
Why should today be any different?
Tevye, I have to tell you.
Shh! I'm davening.
It's about Lazy Wolf.
The butcher? About what?
I don't know. Only he says it's important.
Important? What could be so important? I have nothing for him to slaughter.
After Shabbos, go to him and talk to him.
Talk to him about what? If he wants to buy my new milk cow, he can forget it.
Tevye, don't be an ox. A man sends an important message. The least you could do is go and talk to him.
Talk to him about what? He wants to buy my new milk cow.
Talk to him.
All right. After Shabbos, I'll go talk to him.
Matel, Yenta was here.
I know.
If they agree on the match, it will be too late for us.
Don't worry, Zeitel. I found someone who will sell me his new sewing machine. So in a couple of weeks, I'll save enough money to buy it, and then your father will be impressed with me.
But Matel, a few weeks will be too late.
What else can we do?
You could ask for my hand tonight.
Why should he consider me now? I'm just a poor tailor.
And I'm only the daughter of a poor milkman.
Zeitel, if your father says no, that's it. It's done. He'll yell at me.
Matel.
Poor tailor.
Matel, even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness.
That's true.
Say you'll speak with him. Say you will.
All right, I will.
All right, come, children, come. The table's gonna be set every Shabbos.
5 minutes before Shabbos.
I work hard all week. I come home. It's Friday. I'd like to be able to just stop and sit down, come and eat. So where is everybody? Yes, Matel! What is it?
Good Shabbos! Remember Tevye!
Shabbos, Matel. Good Shabbos. Come, children, come.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. 2 kopek.
Reb Avram,
Yes, Lezuwul.
please bring me a bottle of your best brandy and 2 glasses.
A bottle of my best brandy. Here we go. What's the occasion? Are you getting ready for a party?
There might be a party, maybe even a wedding.
A wedding! Wonderful! Of course, I'd like to make the wedding happy. Lead the dancing and so forth. Point of fee, naturally.
Naturally, no wedding would be a wedding without you and your fee.
Oh, good morning, Reb Avram. I'm sorry I'm late. Rabbeinu Tam, Rabbeinu Tam.
Good evening, good
Quite,
evening.
quite busy tonight. Just I know what wants to see.
Please, sit over there.
Yes, we would like something to drink, Fiedka. You want anything? Vodka.
And you, Constable.
Vodka in a big glass.
Yes, yes.
Oh, Reb Tevye, what are you doing here so early?
He wants to buy my new milk cow. Good evening.
Good Bach, Tevye, good Bach. Please sit, have a drink.
I won't insult you by saying no.
So, how goes it with you?
How should it go?
You're right.
And you?
The same.
I'm sorry to hear that.
How goes it with your brother-in-law in America?
I believe he's doing very well.
Oh, he wrote you.
Oh, not lately.
Then how do you know that he's doing well?
Because if he was doing badly, he would write. Man.
Of course. Tevye, I suppose you know why I wanted to talk to you.
Yes, I do, Reb Laser. And there's no use talking about it.
Why not?
Oh, yes, why should I get rid of her?
Well, you can't do more without her.
Oh, I see. Today you want 1. Tomorrow you may want 2.
2? 2? What would I do with 2?
The same you do with 1.
Look, Tevye, this is very important to me.
Why is this so important to you?
Frankly, because I'm lonesome.
Lonesome? What are you talking about?
You don't know?
Yeah, we're talking about my new milk cow, the one you want to buy from me.
A milk cow. So I won't be lonely.
What's so funny? What's so funny?
I was talking about your daughter. Your eldest daughter, Zeitel.
My daughter, Zeit?
Of course your daughter, Zeitel. I see her in my butcher shop every Thursday. She's made a good impression on me. I like her. And as for me, Tevye, as you know, I'm fairly well off. I have my own home, a servant, a good store. Look, Tevye, why do we have to try to impress each other? Let's just shake hands and call it a match. And you won't need a dowry for her. And you might just find something in your own purse as well.
Shame on you, shame! My daughter, Zeitel, isn't the type of person I'd sell for money.
All right. Just as you say. We won't talk about money. We won't talk about money. The important thing is that we get it done with. And I will be good to her, Tevye. I like her. What do you think?
What do I think? What do I think? I never liked him. Why should I? Sure, you can have a fine conversation with him if you talk about kidneys and livers. On the other hand, not everybody has to be a scholar. If you're wealthy enough, no one will call you stupid. And with a butcher, my daughter will surely never know hunger. Of course, he has a problem. He's much older than she is. That's her problem. But she's much younger than he is. That's his problem. I always thought of him as just a butcher, but I misjudged him. He's a good man. He likes her, and he will try to make her happy. What do I think? What do I think? It's a match.
Really? You agree?
I agree.
Oh, Tevye, that's wonderful. Here, let's drink on it.
Why not? To you.
No, my friend. To you.
To the both of us.
To our agreements.
To our agreements. To our prosperity. To good health and happiness. But most important, to life. To life. L'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim. To life. Here's to the father I'm trying to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Drink l'chaim. To life. To life. L'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim. To life. Life has a way of confusing us.
Blessing and bruising us.
Drink l'chaim to life. God would like us to be joyful, even while our hearts lie panting on the floor.
How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for?
To life, l'chaim. To title my daughter.
My wife! It gives you something to think about.
Something to drink about. Drink l'chaim to life. wanted a son. I wanted him a little younger than myself.
Good night, Tevye.
Tevye, may I offer my congratulations.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Tevye, I have something I need to tell you as a friend.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm telling you this, Tevye, because I like you. You are a decent, honest person, even though you are a Jewish dog.
Thank you, Your Honor. How often does a man get a compliment like that? And your news, Your Honor?
We have received orders that sometime soon in this district there is to be a little unofficial demonstration.
A pogrom?
No,
Here?
no. Just a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Nothing too serious. Just a little mischief. So if an inspector comes through, he will see that we have done our duty. Personally, I don't know why there has to be this trouble between people. So I am telling you, so you can tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. You are a good man. And if I may say, it is too bad that you are not a Jew.
Tevye, that's what I like about you. Always joking, always joking. Again, Tevye, congratulations for your daughter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good night. Dear God, did you have to bring me news like this tonight of all nights? I know we are the chosen people, but every once in a while, couldn't you choose someone else? Anyhow, thank you for sending a husband for my tzeitel. L'chaim.
Now, children, I will tell you the story from the Bible of Laban and Jacob, and then we will discuss it together, all right? Good. Now, Laban had two daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel. And Jacob loved the younger Rachel and asked Laban for her hand. Laban agreed if Jacob would work for him for 7 years.
Was Laban a mean man? Was that really his name?
Just be quiet and let him talk.
He was an employer. Now, after Jacob worked for 7 years, do you know what happened? Laban fooled him and gave him his ugly daughter Leah. So to marry Rachel, Jacob had to work for another 7 years. You see, children, the Bible clearly teaches us, you must never trust an employer. Is that clear?
Yes, Perchik.
Yes, Perchik.
Good. Speaking of employers,
What?
when the Jews
Is
went to
Papa
Egypt...
not up yet?
No, Mama.
Then enough lessons for today. We have to do Papa's work. How long can he sleep? He staggered home and fell into bed like a dead man last night. I can get a word out of him. Here, get up. Finish in the barn. And you let me know when your Papa gets up.
That was a very interesting lesson, Perchik.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Though I don't suppose the rabbi would agree with your interpretation.
Oh, and neither, I suppose, with the rabbi's son.
My little sisters have big tongues.
And what do you know about him, except for that he's the rabbi's son? Would you be interested in him if he were the blacksmith's son or the tinsmith's son?
At least I know this. He doesn't have any strange ideas about turning the world upside down.
Oh, certainly. Any new idea would be strange to you. Remember, the Lord said, let there be light.
Yes, but he was not talking to you personally.
You've got spirit. Perhaps even a little bit of intelligence.
Thank you.
But what good is your brain? Without curiosity, it's just a rusty tool. Good day, Huddle.
We have an old custom here. A boy speaks respectfully to a woman. But of course that's too traditional for an advanced thinker like you.
Our traditions. Nothing must change. Everything is perfect exactly the way it is.
We like our ways.
Our ways are changing everywhere. But here, men and women must keep apart. Men study, women in the kitchen. Boys and girls must not talk, should not even look at each other.
I'm looking at you.
Oh, you're so brave. You know, in the city, boys and girls can be affectionate without the permission of a matchmaker. They hold hands together. They dance together. New dances like this. I learned it in Kiev. Do you like it?
Yes, it's very nice.
We just changed the old custom.
Yes, well, you're welcome. I mean, thank you. I mean, good day.
Good day.
Bilka? No. Spritz? No. What's your name?
Hodl, Papa.
Where's Zeitel?
She's in the barn.
Go call her out. Ah, Red Perchik. How did the lesson go today?
Thanks. I think we had a very good beginning.
Oh, good.
Ah, you're finally up. What happened last night besides you getting drunk like a peasant? Did you see Liza Wolf? What did he say? What did you say? Do you have news?
Patience, woman! As the good book says, good news will stay and bad news will refuse to leave. And there's another saying.
You can die for such a man.
Oh, Zeitel, my lamb, come here. Zeitel, you are to be congratulated. You are to be married.
Married?
What do you mean, Papa?
Laser Wolf has asked for your hand.
The butcher?
I knew it! I knew it! My heart told me today was our lucky day. Oh God, I thank thee! I thank thee!
And what do you say, Zeitel?
What can she say? My firstborn, a bride. May you grow old with him in honor and fortune. Not like that Fruma Sarah, that first wife of his. May she rest in peace. Not like my Zeitel. And now I must go and thank Yenta. My Zeitel. A
You call that a mazel tov? And what about you, Red Perchik? Aren't you going to congratulate my daughter?
Mazel tov, Zeitel, for getting a rich man.
Again with the rich. What's wrong with being rich?
Money is this world's curse.
Oh. May the Lord smite me with it, and may I never recover. Zeitel knows I mean only her welfare. Isn't that right, Zeitel?
Yes, Papa.
You see?
I see. I see very well.
Zeitel, my child, why are you so quiet? Aren't you happy with this blessing?
Papa!
What is it? Tell me.
Papa, I can't marry him. I can't.
What do you mean you can't? If I say you will, you will.
Papa, if it's a matter of money, I'll do anything. I'll do I'll haul rocks. Just don't make me marry him.
What's wrong with Laser Wolf? He likes you.
Papa, I'll be unhappy with him. I'll be unhappy all of my days.
No, but we made an agreement, and with us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important than I am, Papa? Papa, I'll be unhappy all of my days. Don't force me.
All right, I won't force you.
Thank you, Papa.
I guess it wasn't ordained that you should have all the comforts in life, and that we should have a little happiness in our old age after all of our hard work.
Tevye, may I speak with you?
Later, Mato, later.
I would like to speak with you.
Not now, Mato. I have problems.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I think I can help.
Certainly. Like a bandage can help a corpse. Goodbye, Mato. Goodbye.
At least listen to him, Papa.
All right. You have a tongue? Talk.
I hear you're arranging a match for title.
He has ears too.
I have a match for title.
You have a match for title. What kind of a match?
A perfect fit.
Oh, a perfect fit.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
This match was made exactly to measure.
A perfect fit made to measure. Stop talking like a tailor and tell me who it is.
Please don't shout at me. Tevye.
Okay. I won't shout. Who is it?
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 Me! Myself!
It's him! Himself! You're completely out of your mind, or you're crazy! He must be crazy, arranging a match for yourself. What are you, everything? The bridegroom, and the matchmaker, and the guests all rolled up into one? I suppose you also performed the ceremony. He must be crazy.
Please don't shout at me, Tevye. Aside from being my own matchmaker, I know it's a little unusual.
Unusual? It's crazy!
Times are changing, Tevye. You see, the thing is, your daughter Title and I gave each other our pledge over a year ago that we would marry.
You gave each other a pledge?
Yes, Papa. We gave each other our pledge.
They gave each other a pledge? Unheard of. Absurd. You gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable. Where do you think you are? In Moscow? In Paris? Where do they think they are? America? What do you think you're doing? You stitcher! You nothing! Who do you think you are? King Solomon? This isn't the way it's done. Not here, not now. Some things I cannot, I will not allow. Tradition! Marriages must be arranged by the papa. This should never be changed. One little time I'll pull out a prop, and where will it stop? Where will it stop? Where will it stop? Do I have something to say about my daughter? Or doesn't anyone have to ask the father anymore?
I wanted to ask you for some time, Tevye, but first I wanted to save up enough money for my own sewing machine.
Oh, stop talking nonsense. You're just a poor tailor.
That's true, Tevye, but even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness. Mark my words, Tevye. Your daughter will not starve.
He's beginning to talk like a man. But what kind of match would that be with a poor tailor? On the other hand, he's an honest, hard worker. But on the other hand, he has nothing. He has absolutely nothing. On the other hand, things can't get any worse for him. They can only get better. They gave each other a pledge. Unheard of. Absurd. They gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable. But look at my daughter's face. She loves him. She wants him. And look at my daughter's eyes. So hopeful. Tradition! All right, children, when shall we make the wedding?
Oh, thank you, Papa. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Tevye, you won't be sorry.
I won't be sorry. I'm sorry already. Thank you, Papa. They gave each other a pledge. Modern children, eh? Golda. What am I going to do about Golda? What am I going to tell Golda? Help!
Oh, Muslims, you were wonderful. It was a miracle. It was a miracle. Wonder of wonders, miracles of miracles. God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side, and miracles of miracles walked him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonders, miracles of miracles. I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God had made a wall fall down. When Moses softened Pharaoh's heart, that was a miracle. When God made the waters of the Red Sea part, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is that out of this worthless lump of clay, God had made a man today. Miracles of miracles, God took a tailor by the hand, stood by his side, and miracles of miracles led him to the promised land. When David slew Goliath, yes, that was a miracle. When God gave us manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one I thought could never be. God has given you to me.
Laser, mantel, Zeido. Laser, mantel, Zeido.
Wake up!
Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? From a Sarah, Laser Wolf. From a Sarah, she was just here.
Sarah has been dead for years. You must have been dreaming. Now, tell me what you dreamt, and I'll tell you what it
It
means.
was terrible. It was terrible.
Tell me.
All right. Only don't get too frightened.
Tell me.
I'll tell you. This was my dream. At the beginning of my dream, I dreamt we were having a celebration of some kind. And everybody we knew was invited. Oh, and musicians too. Well, in the middle of my dream, In walks in your grandmother Zeitel, may she rest in peace.
Grandmother Zeitel, how did she look?
For a woman dead 30 years, she looked pretty good. Well, naturally, I went up to greet her, and she said to me,
A blessing on your head.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
To see your daughter wed.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
And such a stunning ball, like no one ever saw. The tailor model comes on.
Motto?
A wonderful boy is he.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
Of by his family.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
They named him after mine. Their uncle Mordechai. The tailor model comes on.
The tailor? She must have heard wrong. She meant the butcher.
you must have heard wrong, Grandma. There's no tailor. You mean the butcher, Grandma, by the name of Laser Wolf.
Whom you named for me. Father's bride was meant to be. Such a brave.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
In heaven it was made.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
A prime upstanding boy, a comfort and a joy. The tailor must comes on.
But we announced it already. We made a bargain with the butcher.
But we announced it, Grandma, to our neighbors. We made a bargain, Grandma, with the butcher Laser Wolf.
The wolf, I say to you, Genius, that's your headache too.
Blessing on your house, mazel tov, mazel tov. It's such a sudden law, like no one ever saw. The tailor mazel comes on.
It was Laser Wolf.
The tailor mazel comes on.
It was the butcher.
The tailor mazel comes on. Shop, shop. Who is this? Who is this? Who comes here? What woman is this? My righteous maker shaker. Could it be? Sure, yes it could. Why not? Who could be mistaken? It's the butcher's wife come from beyond the grave. It's the butcher's dear darling departed life. Bracero, bracero.
What is this about your daughter marrying my husband?
It's a husband.
Have you no consideration for a woman's feelings? We're finding you into a total stranger. How can you allow it now? How can you let your daughter take my place, live in my house, carry my keys, wear my clothes,
House, keys, clothes.
If Zeitel marries Laser Wolf, I pity them both. She'll live with him 3 weeks, and when 3 weeks are up, I'll come to her by night. I'll take her by the throat, and this if she marries Laser
Such an evil spirit! May it fall into the river! May it sink into the earth! Such a dark and horrible dream! And to think it all came on by that butcher! If my grandmother Zeitel, may she rest in peace, came all the way from the other world to tell us about the tailor, all we can say that it's all for the best, and it couldn't possibly be any better. Oh my!
Oh, man.
my head, mazel tov, like Grandma Title said, mazel tov, we'll have a son-in-law like no one ever saw, the tailor mottle comes oil.
We haven't got the man
Mazel tov,
we had when we began.
mazel tov,
But since your grandma came, she'll marry what's his name?
the tailor mottle comes oil.
The tailor mottle comes on. The tailor mottle comes on.
Hello, Hava.
Nice to see you again, Sheva.
Please, may I pass?
Congratulations, Hava.
We hope your sister's getting married. Mazel tov, mazel tov. You think you're going somewhere? We don't think so.
All right, stop it.
Fiedka,
Just stop it.
what's the issue, Fiedka?
Goodbye, Misha. I said goodbye.
Okay. Very, very good day, Fiedka.
I'm sorry about that. They mean no harm.
Don't they? Was there something you want?
Yes, I would like to talk to you.
I'd rather not.
I've often noticed you at the booksellers. Not many girls in this village like to read. Would you like to borrow this book? It's very good.
No, thank you.
Why? Because I'm not Jewish? Do you feel about us the way they feel about you? Didn't think you would.
What do you know about me?
Let me tell you about myself. I'm a pleasant fellow, charming, honest, ambitious, quite bright, and very modest.
I don't think we should be talking this way.
I often do things I shouldn't. Go ahead, take the book. It's by Heinrich Heine. Happens to be Jewish, I believe.
That doesn't matter.
You're quite right. Good. After you return it, I'll ask you how you like it, and then we'll talk about it for a while, and then we can talk about life and how we feel about things, and it will all turn out quite pleasant. Good day, Chava.
Good day.
Fiedka.
Good day, Fiedka.
Is this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy at play?
I don't remember growing older. When did they?
When did she get to be a beauty? When did he grow to be so tall?
Wasn't it yesterday when they were small? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly flow the days. Ceilings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears. What words of wisdom can I give them? How can I help to ease their way?
Now they must learn from one another, day by day.
They look so natural together.
Just like two newlyweds should be.
Is there a canopy restored for me? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly flow the days. Ceilings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears.
entitled Mazel Tov. May they live together happily till a ripe old age. Our beloved Rabbi, may he be with us for many, many years. And now, I would like to announce that the bride's parents are giving to the newlyweds the following: a new feather bed, pillows,
Goose pillows.
Goose pillows, and a pair of candlesticks. Mazel tov. And now, let us not in our joy tonight forget those who know with us. Let us be happy and content, like our dear friend Laser Wolf, who has everything in the world except the bride. He bears no ill feelings. In fact, he has a special gift he would like to give to the newlyweds himself. Come, Laser Wolf.
Like he said, what's done is done. I have no ill feelings. I am giving the newlyweds 5 chickens for the first 5 shabbosim of their newly wedded life.
Reb Lazer, you are a decent man. And in the name of my daughter and her new husband, I accept your gift. You know, there's a famous saying that goes, when a man goes...
Tevye, I'm not marrying your daughter. I don't have to listen to your saying.
If you would just listen a second, I was only going to say...
And why should I listen to you? A man who breaks an agreement?
Laser, not now in the middle of the wedding.
I have a right to talk.
What right? This isn't your wedding.
Oh, it should have been.
Laser, don't shame Tevye at the middle of his daughter's wedding.
Oh, but he shamed me in front of the entire village.
Stop. Rabbi, what do you say?
I say, let's sit down.
Let's sit down.
Yes, we've all heard the wise words of our rabbi.
And now I would like to sing a little song.
You leave my chickens out of this. We made a bargain.
The terms weren't settled.
We drank on it.
I saw them, they drank on it.
The terms...
What's done is done. What's done is done.
Once a butcher, always a butcher.
I had a sign. My own grandmother came from the grave to tell us.
What sign? What grandmother? My grandfather came to me from the grave and told me that your grandmother was a big liar.
Quiet, the
terms
I had a sign.
There's an agreement.
Quiet, what's all this shouting about? The terms were settled, they had a sign, they drank on it. It's all nonsense. Title chose Motto and not Laser. A young girl decides for herself? Why not? She loves him.
Love? Yeah, book.
He is a rat.
And what happens to the matchmaker?
I say!
Let's sit down.
Musicians play, a dance, some wedding.
Some wedding. Ugh.
What's he doing?
Stop that.
Hey! Who will dance with me? It's a sin! It is no sin to dance at a wedding.
But with a guilt?
Huh. That's what you get for bringing a wild man into your house.
He's not a wild man. His ideas are a little different, but he's not
Tevye,
wild.
it's a sin.
It's asur, it's in the Beit
It is no sin. Ask the rabbi.
Well, Rabbi, well.
Dancing, well, it's not forbidden, but...
Now, you see, it's not forbidden.
And it's no sin.
He said but. He said
Now,
but. Say
Will someone dance with me?
Huddle!
It's only a dance, Mama.
Musicians, play.
Look at Tevye's daughter!
She's dancing with a man.
I can see my daughter's dancing with a man. And I'm gonna dance with my wife. Golda! Golda! Golda!
What? Hey, time, Tevye. I'm sorry, but the orders are for tonight. For the whole village.
No.
Play! Go on, play! I am genuinely sorry. You understand?
Of course.
Let's go. Go.
Take him into the house.
That was some dowry you gave my daughter at Seitel at her wedding. Was that necessary? Anyhow, Seitel and Muttel, they've been married almost 2 months now. They both work very hard. They're as poor as synagogue mice. But they are so happy. They don't realize how miserable they really are. Muttel keeps talking about this sewing machine. I know you're very busy. Floods, plagues, wars, revolutions, all those things that bring people to you. Couldn't you take a second away from all of your catastrophes and get it for him? How much trouble would that be? Oh, and while you're in the neighborhood, my horse's left leg, it's... Am I bothering you too much? I'm sorry. As the good book says, why am I telling you what the good book says?
Please don't be upset, Haro.
I'm not upset. Why would I be upset? You said you want to leave? Then go.
I have to. They expect me in Kiev tomorrow morning.
So you told me. Then goodbye, Perchik.
Great changes are taking place in the land. Tremendous changes. And they can't just happen by
So
themselves.
naturally you feel that you personally
Not
have
only
to go.
me. Many people, Jews, Gentiles, many people hate what is happening. Don't you understand?
I understand, of course. You want to leave. Goodbye.
Horo, what happened at Seikel's wedding? Your father and the people over here think that it was just a small cloudburst. And it's all over and everything will be peaceful again. It won't. Horrible things are happening all around the land. Pogroms, violence, whole villages are being emptied of their people. And it's reaching everywhere. It will reach here. Do you understand?
Yes, I suppose I do.
I have work to do. The greatest work a man can do.
Then goodbye, Perchik.
Before I go, there's a certain question I'd like to discuss with you.
Yes.
A political question.
What is it?
The question of marriage.
This is a political question?
In a theoretical sense, yes, the relationship between a man and woman known as marriage is based on mutual beliefs, a common attitude and philosophy towards society.
And affection.
Yes. Yes, and affection. This has positive social values that reflect in unity and solidarity
And affection.
Yes. And I personally am very in favor of it. Do you understand?
Yes. I think you're asking me to marry you.
And a theoretical... Yes, I am.
I was hoping you were.
Really? Then we can consider ourselves engaged, although I'm going away? Oh, I'm very happy, Huddle. Very happy.
I'm happy too, Perchik. But when will we be married?
As soon as I can, I will send for you. But it won't be easy. It'll be pretty hard.
It will be less hard if we live together.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Reb Tevye. I have some bad news. I must leave.
When?
Right away.
I'm sorry, Perchik. We will all miss you.
Yes, but I have some good news. You can congratulate me.
Oh, congratulations. For what?
We're engaged.
Engaged?
Yes, Papa. We're engaged.
No, you are not. I know you like him and he likes you, but you are going away and you are staying right here. So goodbye, Perchik. I hope you have a very nice trip and that you're very happy. And my answer is no.
Please, Papa, you don't understand.
I understand. I gave my permission to Matal and Saitel, and you feel you have the same right. I like you, Perchik, but you're going away. So go in good health. And my answer is still no.
Papa, you don't understand.
You're not listening. I say no. I'm sorry, Huddle, but we'll find somebody else for you. Here in Anatevka.
Tevye,
What is it?
we are not asking for your permission, just for your blessing. We will get married.
You're not asking my permission?
But we would like your blessing, Papa.
I can't believe my ears. My blessing for what? For going over my head. Impossible. At least with Matal and Saitel, they begged me, they asked me, and now if I like it or not, you'll marry him? So what do you want from me? Go on, be wed, and tear out my beard and uncover my head. Tradition. They don't even ask permission from the Papa. What has happened to the tradition? One little time I pull on a thread, and where has it led? Where has it led? Where has it led? To this? A man comes into my house and tells me he's getting married. He doesn't ask me, he tells me. But first, he abandons her.
He's not abandoning me, Papa.
As soon as I can, I will send for her. I love her.
I love her. Love. It's a new style. On the other hand, our old ways, they were once new, weren't they? But they decided without the parents, without a matchmaker. On the other hand, Adam and Chava, did they have a matchmaker? Oh, yes, they did. And it seems these two have the same matchmaker. They're going over my head. Unheard of. Absurd. For this they want to be blessed. Unthinkable. I'll lock her up in a room. I couldn't. I should. But look at my daughter's eyes. She loves him. Tradition! All right, children. You have my blessing and my permission.
Oh, thank you, Papa, thank you.
That's what I do. Right?
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa. What am I going to tell you, Mother? Another dream?
Well, perhaps you can say something like, that I'm going to visit a rich uncle.
Please, Berchik. I can handle my own wife. Golda! 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 Oh. Golda, hi. Well, I've been talking to Huddle and Berchik.
Well?
Well, they seem very fond of each other.
Well?
Well, I've decided to give them my permission to become engaged. Now I have to go inside
You did
and
what? Without asking me?
Who asks you? I'm the father.
Tevye, who is he? He's a nothing. He's a pauper. He has absolutely nothing. Oh.
I wouldn't say that. I hear he has a rich uncle. A very rich uncle. He's a good man, Golda. I like him. He's a little crazy, but I like him. And what's more important, Huddle likes him. She loves him. So what are we gonna do? It's a new world, Love. Golda, do you love me?
Do I what?
Do you love me?
Do I love you? With our daughters getting married and there's trouble in the town, you're upset, we're not. Go inside, go lie down. Maybe it's indigestion.
Golda, I'm asking you a question. Do you love me?
You're a fool!
I know. But do you love me?
Do I love you? For 25 years I've washed your clothes, cooked your meals, cleaned your house, given you children, milked the cow. After 25 years, why talk about love right now?
Golda, the first time I met you was on our wedding day. I was scared.
I was shy.
I was nervous.
So was I.
But my father and my mother said we'd learn to love each other. And now I'm asking you, Golda, do you love me?
I'm your wife.
I know. But do you love me?
Do I love him? For 25 years I've lived with him, fought with him, starved with him. 25 years my bed is his. If that's not love, what is?
Then you love me.
I suppose I do.
And I suppose I love you too. It doesn't change a thing, but even so, after 25 years, it's nice to know.
You don't have to wait for the train for me, Papa. You'll be late for your customers.
Just a few more minutes. So he's in a lot of trouble, this hero of yours? Arrested? And convicted?
Yes, but he did nothing wrong. He cares nothing of himself. Everything he does is for other people.
But if he did nothing wrong, he wouldn't be in trouble.
Papa, how could you say that? What wrongs did Yosef do? And Abraham and Moshe? And they had troubles.
But why would you tell me where he is, this Yosef of yours?
He's far away, Papa. Terribly far. He's in a settlement in Siberia.
Siberia? And he asks you to leave your mother and father and join him in that frozen wasteland and marry him there?
He didn't ask me to go, Papa. I chose to go. I don't want him to be alone. I want to help him with his work. It's the greatest work a man can do.
But how?
Papa. How can I hope to make you understand why I do what I do? Why I must travel to a distant land, far from the home I love. Once I was happily content to be as I was, where I was, close to the people who are close to me, here in the home I love. Who could see that a man would come who would change the shape of my dreams? Helpless now I stand with him, watching older dreams grow dim. Oh, what a melancholy choice this is, wanting hope, wanting him, closing my heart to every hope but his, leaving the home I love. There where my heart has settled long ago, I must go, I must go. Who could imagine I'd be wandering so far from the home I love, yet there with my love, I'm
And who, my child, will there be to marry you out there in the wilderness?
Papa, I promise you, we will be married under a chuppah.
Yes. No doubt a rabbi or two were also arrested. No. You send him my regards, this Moshe of yours. I always thought he was a good man. You tell him I rely on his honor to treat my daughter well. You tell him that.
Oh, Papa, God alone knows when we'll see each other again.
And we'll leave it in his hands. Take care of her. Make sure she dresses warm. Chava, let me talk to your father.
No, that would be the worst thing, I'm sure of it.
Let me try. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good day. Good day. What were you and he talking about?
Nothing. We were just talking, Papa. Fietka and I have known each other for a while now.
Chava, I'd be much happier if you and he would remain friends from a distance. You must not forget who you are and who that man is.
He has a name, Papa.
Of course. All creatures on earth have a name.
Fietka's not a creature, Papa. He's a man.
And who said he isn't? It's just that he's a different kind of a man. And as the good book says, each shall seek his own kind, which translated means a bird may love a fish, but where would they build a house together?
The world is changing, Papa.
No, Chava, some things don't change for us. Some things will never change for us.
Well, we don't feel that way.
We?
Fietka and I. We want to be married.
Are you out of your mind? Marrying out of the faith? Do you know what that means?
But Papa...
No, Chava. I say no. Never talk about this again. Never mention his name again. Never see him again. Never. Do you understand me?
Yes, Papa.
Oh, good, you're here. Let's go home. It's time for supper.
I want to see Mato's new sewing machine.
You'll see it some other time. It's late.
Quiet, woman, before I get angry. And when I get angry, even flies do not dare to fly.
I am so frightened. After we finish supper, I'll faint. Now let's go.
Golda! I am the man in the family, and I am the head of the house, and I want to see Mato's sewing machine now! Now we can go home. How long can that miserable horse of mine complain about his leg? Dear God, if I can walk on 2 legs, why can't he walk on 3? I know. I shouldn't complain. After all, he is one of your creatures that has the same rights that I do. The right to be sick, the right to go hungry, the right to work like a horse. And dear God, I am sick and tired of pulling around this cart all day. I know. Push it a while.
Tevye? Tevye!
What is it?
Tevye, it's Chava. She left the house this morning with Fietka.
What?
I looked all over for them. I even went to the priest and he said they were married in a church.
Married?
Oh.
Go home, Golda. We have other children at home. Go home, Golda. I have work to do. You have work to do. Mama is dead to us. We will forget her. Go home. little bird, little Chavaleh. I don't understand what's happening today. Everything is all a blur. All I can see is a happy child. That sweet little bird you were, Chavaleh, Chavaleh. Little bird, little Chavaleh, you were always such a pretty little thing, everybody's favorite child. Sweet and kind and affectionate, that sweet little girl you were, Chavaleh, Chavaleh.
Papa? Papa, I've been looking everywhere for you. Papa, please listen to me. Papa, I beg of you to accept us.
Accept them? How can I accept them? Can I deny everything I believe in? On the other hand, how can I deny my own daughter? On the other hand, how can I turn my back on my faith, my people? If I try to bend that far, I will break. On the other hand, no, there is no other hand. No, Chava, no, no, Chava, no. Baruch, Dayan, Emet.
Golda, look at these boys. Good boys, learned boys from good families. So beautiful, you'd think they were girls, but they're not. They're not. Each of them a prize, a jewel. From the top of the tree, you couldn't do any better for your daughters. Just right.
I don't know, Yenta. My girls are still so young.
So what do they look like, grandfathers? Meanwhile, they'll be engaged, nothing to worry about later on, no looking around, their futures all signed and sealed.
Which one for which one?
What's the difference? Take your pick.
Golda, is Tevye home?
Yes, he's in the house. Why? Is there trouble?
Hills, go call your father.
Boys, go home. Tell your parents I'll speak to them.
What happened? Why are you all gathered around like a bunch of goats?
Tevye, have you seen the friend the constable today?
No, why?
We've been hearing some rumors around town, and since you know him so well, we were hoping you could tell us what's true and what's not.
What rumors?
Someone in Zolodin told me there's an edict in Petrograd that...
Welcome, Your Honor. What's the good news in the world?
See you have company.
They are my friends.
It's just as well. What I have to say is for their ears also. Tevye, how much time do you need to sell your house? Everything in your house. Everything that you own.
Why should I sell my house? Is it in anybody's way?
I can even tell you, you're going to have to leave Anatevka.
Leave Anatevka? And how did I come to deserve such an honor?
Not just you, but all of you.
What?
At first, I thought you might be spared because your daughter married
My daughter is dead.
I understand. All the same, just as well, you all must leave.
How do you know this?
I don't know why, but I will say there is trouble in the world, and there are troublemakers.
Like us?
You aren't the only ones. Your people must leave all the villages. Zolodin, Rabalevka. The entire district must be emptied of Jews. I have an order here. It says that you all must sell your homes. You all must leave Anatevka in 3 days.
3 days? And you who have known us your whole life, you would carry out this order?
I have nothing to do with it. Don't you understand?
We understand.
And what if we refuse to go?
Oh, you will be forced out.
Then we will defend ourselves.
Yes.
Will the chance to live?
Yes.
You will fight against our army. I don't advise it.
Advice? I'll give you some advice. Get off my land. This is still my home, my land. Get off my land!
Three days.
After a lifetime, a piece of paper and get thee out.
We should join the people of Zolodin. Maybe they have a plan.
We should fight. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Oh, very good. And then the whole world will be blind and toothless.
Rabbi, we've been waiting for the Mashiach our whole life. Isn't it the right time for him to come?
We'll have to wait for him someplace else. Meanwhile, let's start packing.
He's right. I'll see you on the way out.
3 days?
I forgot about the vodka. What did I do with them all?
Where can I go with a wife, with parents, and 3 children?
Well, Anatevka hasn't exactly been the garden of Eden.
That's true.
After all, what do we got here? A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A pot.
A pan.
A broom.
A hat.
Somebody should have set a match to this place years ago.
A bench.
A tree.
So what's a stove?
Or a house.
People who will pass through Anatevka will never notice the big
Stick of wood.
A piece of wall.
What do we leave? Nothing much. Only Anatevka. Underfed, overworked, Anatevka. Where else could Shabbos be so sweet? Anatevka, Anatevka, intimate, obstinate, Anatevka. Where I know everyone I meet. Soon I'll be a stranger in a strange new place, searching for an old familiar face. Anatevka, I belong in Anatevka, tumble down work a day. Anatevka,
wires have been forced out of so many places at a moment's notice.
Maybe that's why we're always wearing our hats.
Where will we live in America?
With Uncle Avram, but he doesn't know it yet.
I wish you and the baby were coming with us.
We'll be staying in Warsaw until we have enough money to come to you.
Here, Motto, you be careful with these. My father and mother, may they rest in peace, gave them to us on our wedding day.
Come, children. Let's finish packing.
Golda, darling, are you home? Oh, Golda, I just had to see you before I leave because I have such news for you. You remember yesterday I told you I don't know where to go, what to do with these old bones? Well, now I know. You want to know? I'll tell you. All my life I've dreamed of going to one place, and now I'll walk, I'll crawl, I will get there. You want to guess where? You'll never guess. I'll tell you. What do we say every year on Pesach? We say, next year in Jerusalem.
You're going to the Holy Land.
You guessed it. And you want to know why? I'll tell you. Last night in my sleep, my husband Aaron, he came to me. He said, Yenta, go to the Holy Land. Now, usually, of course, I would not listen to him. Good as he was, too much brains he was not blessed with. But in a dream, it's a sign, right? Of course, right. So, one way or another, I'll make it to the Holy Land. And you want to know what I'll do there? I'll tell you. I'm a matchmaker, yes. I arrange marriages, no? So, I'm going to the Holy Land to help our people increase and multiply. It's my mission. So, goodbye, Golda.
Goodbye, Yenta. Be well and go in peace.
Maybe next time, Golda, we will see each other on happier occasions. Meanwhile, we suffer. We suffer in silence, right? Of course, right.
We have to hurry, Golda. Golda, we have to leave soon.
Leave. It sounds so easy.
We'll all be together soon. Mato, Zeitel, and the baby. They'll come also. You'll see. That Mato, he's a person.
And Huddle and Perchik? When will we ever see them?
Do they come visiting us from Siberia every Shabbos? You know what she writes. He sits in jail. She works very hard. Soon he'll be set free, and together they'll turn the whole world upside down. She couldn't be any happier. Besides, we have the other children.
Not all.
All. Come, we have to get finished.
I have to finish sweeping the floor.
Sweep the floor?
I am not leaving a dirty house.
Okay, yeah. I'm off.
Where will you go?
Chicago, in America. My late wife, Fruma Sarah, may she rest in peace, has a brother living there.
Oh, very nice.
I hate his guts. But a relative is a relative. Goodbye, Tevye.
Be safe.
You too.
Zeitel, are you almost finished inside?
Almost, Papa. Chava! Papa, he will see you.
I want him to.
But he will not listen.
At least he will hear.
Maybe we should go inside and find Mama and tell her. Maybe.
Chava!
Papa, we came to say goodbye. We're going to Krakow.
We cannot stay among people who would do such things to others.
We wanted you to know that. Goodbye, Papa. Goodbye, Mama.
Yes, we are also moving. Some are driven away by edicts, others by silence. Come, Chava.
Goodbye, Chava. Piedka.
God be with you.
We'll be staying at Uncle Avram!
We'll be staying at Uncle Avram. We'll be staying at Uncle Avram. The whole world needs to know our business.
Stop yelling and finish packing!
I don't need your advice, Golda. Saito, don't forget the baby. We have a boat and a train to catch. Put those on the cards.
Goodbye, Papa.
Goodbye, Moto.
Goodbye, Mama.
Work hard, Mato. Come to us soon.
I will, Reb Tevye. I'll work hard.
Come, children. Golda, we can leave these knots.
No, we can't.
All right, we'll take them.
We're going on a train. We're going.
Settle down, calm down. We're not in America yet.
Come, children, let's go.